Oh, hello, and welcome to Prediction Movie Review. Hey guys, my name is Dylan. Armed with only a trailer and the first 30 minutes of a movie, I'll attempt to prove just how lazy Hollywood has become. I don't just mean how every movie is either a sequel, prequel, or a reboot. I'm talking with their stories, the plot twists, the generic tropes, and most important, marketing. They say money don't grow on trees, but I swear somewhere at Netflix they got a forest full of money trees. They are pumping out so much new content that, well, Summer put it best.
I don't know. 5 of my friends got Netflix deals.
What?
It's a very achievable goal.
Apparently someone there heard Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer, superhero comedy, and saw dollar signs. It's the prediction movie review for Thunder Force.
Alone on the sea.
What is her superpower? The ability to land on her feet? So you're a cat.
I've been developing a genetic platform that will allow us to give ordinary people superpowers.
Super Soldier Serum, but like a no-name version? A Walmart brand Captain America.
Do me a favor, please. Don't touch anything.
Look, it doesn't matter the age. Never tell someone not to touch something. That is the first thing they're gonna want to do.
You just took our only formula for super strength.
Wait, you were working on a formula for super strength and made one vial of it? Yeah, that doesn't seem very smart.
I think I sprained my groin. Do chicks have groins?
Seriously, Netflix, I get you are making anything that gets put on your desk, but this is what you choose to put you further in debt?
What's your superpower?
Invisibility.
That's awesome.
You are damn right it is. I have gotten way too comfortable not having to interact with people over the last year that I'm going to need invisibility when things finally clear up.
Thunder Force, remember it.
Something tells me I'll be forgetting about Thunder Force before I'm even done watching it.
It's go time. Oh god. Oh, we've got to rethink this car.
She has all that money and she chose a Lambo? Don't get me wrong, that's a cool vehicle. But if you're doing the superhero thing and you're not rolling around in a Batmobile type vehicle, why even bother?
How can we not stop two chicks in their 40s?
Have you met a woman in her 40s? They have been through more shit than anyone else.
I can't hear you because I'm literally throwing up.
Yeah, hello, this is the New York Jets calling, inquiring about your availability to play quarterback next season? Boom, roasted. Yeah, this one's gonna be tough for me because of personal bias. I'm sorry, but I do not like Melissa McCarthy. I know that's an unpopular opinion, but for me, she just plays the same character over and over again, but with a different story. And this time, she's a loud, bumbling goof, but with super strength. Trailer done, now on to the first part of the movie, and then we're gonna come on back and make some predictions. Well, I can't say I'm disappointed. I was expecting a very bland, unfunny, and generic story, and so far, they've delivered on that. 40 minutes in, and all, and I do mean all, of the focus has been on Lydia, Emily, and I want to say her name is Stacy, the daughter? And Melissa Leo's character, who's the only one I've related to so far.
I am unbelievably bored.
Me too. Me too. The only real thing I want to bring up is miscreants, as they're called, had their powers unlocked because they're sociopaths. There is not a single super-powered good guy, and you're telling me they haven't taken over the world yet? Well, would you look at the time? Prediction time. Lydia and Emily were the bestest of friends growing up, and Emily didn't want to have to deal with Lydia not being able to take things serious. We've seen over the course of their
montage, a sports training montage. Show a lot of things happening at once, remind everyone of what's going on. And with every shot, show a little improvement. To show it raw would take too long. Always fade out in a montage.
That they are starting to realize just how much they still care about one another. However, they'll have a fight about how Lydia still has not grown up, and Emily will say that she wishes she had never got the super strength serum, causing them to go their own way. In the meantime, the king, who by the way, never trust someone who calls himself the king. He is running for mayor, but wait for this twist, he's the bad guy. I know! He will be a miscreant himself, or just the leader of them, and is planning to take over the world. Whatever the king's plan is will involve shipping crates, because it is explicitly mentioned in the newscast that he is a shipping magnate, and lo and behold, guess who knows how to operate the machine to move them? Lydia! Yeah, that skill's gonna come in super handy later on. After they go their separate way, Lydia will get close to the king, and she will learn of his evil plan of world domination. Laser is the only miscreant we have seen so far when she's attacking the king during a speech. Yeah, that is all staged and a plan for him to get sympathy in his run for mayor. Lydia will realize she needs to take things more serious in order to prove to her friend she still cares. They will make up and be best friends again, ready to go and fight the king. They made a point to have Laser and Lydia lock eyes as the former was escaping the police in the beginning of the movie. We will absolutely revisit that as the two have a big old battle, and you just know that Lydia's gonna make some comment about how this one's for the angel. Thunder Force will defeat all of the henchmen and have a big finale against the king. They of course will defeat him, and he will be exposed for the giant turd that he is, and everyone will turn on him and he will lose the mayoral race. Lydia will show Emily how sheltered she's been all these years and is now doing the same thing to her daughter. Emily will allow Tracy to go on a date with a boy or out to a concert with Lydia. There you have it. I wouldn't even be sad if I got none of these right. I'm more sad I have to put myself through another hour of this movie. A movie to which this point has not got a snicker or even a mere smile out of me. I predict that does not change. Here's the thing. Obviously I didn't like this movie, so rather than run through everything I didn't like, I'd like to focus on the biggest issue: pacing. Here is how this thing is paced out. We spend a lot of time right off the hop with the duo when they were kids, which is fine. We need to learn why they're not friends anymore, but I don't know if we needed to learn that much. But then we see a lot of what Lydia is up to in current day, and then she goes to the high school reunion, she goes to get Emily for the high school reunion, and then she gets the super strength serum. This leads to a training montage. At this point, we have barely had passing mentions of the king and Laser. We finally meet him and learn whatever the hell his plan was. Thunder Force fights some crime, and then Lydia falls in love with the half-Korean. And then the last half hour, oh boy, strap in. Allie from out of nowhere double crosses Thunder Force for no good reason. Laser and Thunder Force have a minute, no not plural, minute-long fight. Tracy has somehow in secret made a super speed serum. The King and Thunder Force have a big fight, which Thunder Force wins. Cue Melissa McCarthy flossing. And no, not the dental hygiene practice I tell my dentist I do daily. Such a slow start, and then it was Usain Bolt towards the end. Let's get into the results, and in true Thunder Force fashion, let's do it rushed. Yeah, Lydia and Emily have a fight about how Lydia can't take anything serious. They go their own way, which lasts for maybe 2 scenes, and then they're back being best friends, set to go and fight the king. Oh my god, it was the king all along. No! I honestly can't even remember what his plan was, and that's not trying to be funny. I can't remember. I was right, the king is a miscreant with super strength, and Lydia learns of his evil plan during her very uncomfortable date with Mr. Krabby. Speaking of Jason Bateman, him and Laser were indeed henchmen of the king. Again, shocking, and that the attacks were all a plan for him to get sympathy to become mayor. As I mentioned, the pacing of this is horrible. They do show Laser and Lydia locking eyes at the beginning, and they do have a fight in the third act. However, it is so rushed and not at all satisfying. Oh yeah, it was a bomb. The king plants that bomb at Gonzalez's office because if he blows her up, he automatically becomes mayor. But never worry, because Thunder Force is there to have one big final fight against him and save the day. I honestly couldn't tell you what his plan was at the beginning. 2 things I was wrong about. What was the reason of explaining to us that the king is a shipping magnate and that guess who just so happens to work at a shipping crate facility? Lydia. There is no way that that was just a coincidence in the storytelling. Shockingly, the whole movie, Lydia is trying to get Emily to realize she is sheltering Tracy too much. And then at the end of the movie, Lydia tells Tracy that she needs to listen to her mom more often. Nani? Look, if you like Melissa McCarthy, you are probably going to like this, but to be honest, no you won't. The only positive is that I didn't have to pay to see this, since I don't own the Netflix account I watched it on. Do you have a movie that you want to see a prediction movie review for? Obviously, I can't have seen the movie in order to make this work, but leave your suggestions in the comments below. Lastly, I predict that you will like the video and subscribe, and that's appreciated. Thanks for watching.